Shalom uvracha from Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. This evening we study the Haftarah of Parshat Devarim. The Haftarah of Parshat Devarim, known as the Haftarah of Chazon. This Shabbat is called Chazon because the first word of the book of Isaiah, the first word of the Haftarah, is the word Chazon, which means the vision. The Haftarah includes the reading of the first 27 verses of the book of Isaiah. And with your permission, the focus this evening will be on the last pasuk, the last verse of our Haftarah. I'm reading sentence 27 of Isaiah chapter 1. Perek Aleph, pasuk Kaf Zayin. That's the concluding verse of the Haftarah, wherein we study Tzion b'mishpat tipadeh v'shaveha b'tzedakah. Zion means Eretz Yisrael, Yerushalayim, the Beit HaMikdash. Zion shall be redeemed. Zion will be redeemed through mishpat, through justice. V'shaveha, and those returning to her, those returning to Zion, those returning to Eretz Yisrael, those returning to Yerushalayim, those people who will merit to come back to the Beit HaMikdash, b'tzedakah, will return through the merit of tzedakah, through the merit of righteousness, and through the merit of tzedakah, charity. As the rabbis teach, it is quoted also in the Maimonidean Code, in the 10th chapter of the laws of the gifts of the poor. Ein Yisrael nigalim ela b'tzedakah. The essence of the redemption, the essence of the Geulah, is connected to tzedakah. It's connected to charity. As Isaiah writes, this very same Navi of our Haftarah writes much later in the book, in the 56th chapter of Yeshayahu, Shimru mishpat v'asu tzedakah ki krova yeshuati lavo v'tzidkati lehigalot. Observe justice, carry out charity, for my salvation is at hand. My salvation, the Geulah, is about to happen. Through tzedakah, we will merit Geulah, redemption. Ein Yisrael, says the Rambam, quoting the rabbinic teaching. I'm reading Perek Yud of Hilchot Matanot Aniyim. Ein Yisrael nigalim ela b'tzedakah. Rambam there, Maimonides is speaking about how central the concept of charity is to Jewish thinking. Anyone who's never read the 10th chapter of the laws of the gifts of the poor, really beautiful, beautiful language describing how central and how crucial the concept of charity is in Jewish thinking. And then he quotes the pasuk from our Haftarah, Shene'emar Tzion b'mishpat tipadeh v'shaveha b'tzedakah. Tzedakah is the rectification of the sin. Tzedakah is the rectification of the sin that caused the destruction. Unfortunately, the people didn't really care enough about each other. One of the causes of the Churban is that people did not feel the pain and the struggle of others. We're scheduled to read it on Tisha B'Av with the help of Hashem. We're hoping that Tisha B'Av will turn around to be a great holiday. We read this year, or the year 5,772. Maybe this video will be viewed many years in the future, Bezrat Hashem, but this year everybody, the entire Jewish people, is eating and drinking on Tisha B'Av because the Shabbat was on Shabbat, and no one is fasting this year on the 9th of Av. This year, no one fasted on the 17th of Tammuz because
Shabbat.
it was Shabbat. And this year, nobody fasted on the Tzom Gedalia, on the third day of Tishrei, because it was Shabbat. So, Bezrat Hashem, should be no need. But if God forbid, there's still the sad observance of Tisha B'Av. So we're scheduled to read this coming week. Galta Yehuda Me'oni. Remember that? The beginning of the book of Eicha. Galta. Judah was exiled. Judah went into Galut and suffered oppression. Me'oni. Yehuda was being oppressed. The rabbis teach not only Galta Yehuda Me'oni, not only was she oppressed, Am Yisrael went into the Galut. Galta Yehuda Me'oni means as a result of the way that they treated the poor, as a result of the way that they treated the broken-hearted individuals, the way they were, God forbid, insensitive to the suffering, Me'oni. That's why they went into Galut. If you look at the Aramaic translation, which is also a commentary on the book of Lamentations, the book of Eicha, I'm reading from the Targum on chapter 1, verse 3. Al tahavu me'anin yetmin v'armalin. They tortured widows, God forbid. They tortured orphans, God forbid. The Midrash writes in its commentary to the first chapter of Eicha, Galta Yehuda Me'oni means Al Shechavlu Mashkon Ani B'toch Batehem. They inappropriately held on to the collateral of the poor. You're not allowed to do that. The Midrash teaches Galta Yehuda Me'oni Al Shegazlu Matnot Ani. They stole the gifts that were supposed to be given to the poor. Al Sha'achlu Ma'aser Ani. You're supposed to give tithes to the poor people. Instead, they prefer taking it for themselves. So according to this school of thought, when we're involved in charity, this is a tikkun rectification of the sin that caused the galut. And there's a teaching in Masechet Brachot. If you're interested, it's on page 6b, Tavav Amud Bet in Masechet Brachot. Agra de ta'anita tzedakta. The reward of fasting is connected also to the level of charity that we give in conjunction with our fast. Agra de ta'anita tzedakta.
מה זה אגרה?
The reward. Sachar agra. Sachar. Agra de ta'anita tzedakta.
תודה.
It means, as Rashi explains there, they would give money at night to the poor. I'll quote Rashi. Shenotnim tzedakah la'erev lefarnasat ha'aniyim shetanu hayom. Maybe an ideal way to end the fast, each person in his or her own way. Wouldn't it be beautiful if poor people all over the world, in all the Torah communities, in all the Jewish communities, all of those people who spend the day fasting, let's say at Shabbat, wouldn't it be beautiful if after the fast they invited all the poor people to join them in the break fast meal? Agra de ta'anita tzedakta, right? There's a tzedakah element that has to go together with it. And you know the time that you're most sensitive to hunger? You know when that is? The whole day. The whole day we were hungry, right? So it could be the whole year. I mean, everybody's sensitive always. I hope to the needs, the suffering of hungry people. of poor people. But when we went through it, when everybody goes through it, and you're sitting on, I don't know, on Tisha B'Av afternoon, it's a very hot day, let's say, and you're very, very thirsty, and you're very, very hungry. Maybe you should think about people that are always hungry, and are always thirsty. And maybe that should be the stimulus to invite them after the meal, after the fast, to a meal. Because that's part of tzedakah, and that's part of the redemption. And perhaps we should focus on the words of the Midrash, Gedolat tzedakah, shehi memaheret yom ben David vimot geula. In Tanad ve'Eliyahu Zutav, chapter 1, we learn that charity is so great because it hastens the levels of redemption. It hastens the arrival of Mashiach and the days of Geula. If Galata Yehuda Me'oni, if we're suffering as a result of Oni, of a lack of sensitivity to Aniyim, to the Oni of the world, to the Oni of our communities, then the more we get involved in tzedakah. That's the teaching of our Haftarah. This is the Haftarah that's read every year on the Shabbat before Tisha B'Av. The conclusion of the Haftarah of Shabbat Chazon is sensitivity to tzedakah. Zion b'mishpat tifader. Zion indeed shall be redeemed. V'shaveha b'tzedakah. When each of us uses all of our abilities to bring ourselves and others so much closer to the Torah value of sensitivity to the poor and the giving of charity. Thank you so much.